Hey guys, so Metro Outdoors back here with a little post for you. So with the audio on this video, I had to switch it out because I didn't think it did a very good job. So today we're talking about where to find spring slabs and where I like to start and what my starting points are and where I look. So the first thing, as you can see in this picture, I kind of drew where I like to start. You can see the shallow rock and sand in 3 to 6 feet with the mud and weeds on the right side. That shallower, softer bottom. I like to fish on that edge there where the two meet. And then I like to be by that 15 to 30 feet of water area. So in the midday, they have somewhere to hang out. And then in the evening, they move up shallow and put the feed bags on for the night. And then they come up and they will stay up in about 3 to 4 weeks for the spawn. And then, basically what I'm looking for is I want to find the warmest water possible. The warmest water is really important, so I always go to the north side of the lake because that's what heats up fastest. And I love to find those rocks because they heat up really quick in 3 to 6 feet of water. Rocks and sand, I sometimes get a few on there, but it's the rocks and sands right next to the mud and weed areas. So I want to find that edge and be fishing anywhere from 3 to 6 feet is where I seem to have my most fish. So here I have an ultralight rod. So I have an ultralight rod rigged with 4-pound test, and all I have is a tiny jig with little slip bobber and my slip about 1.5 foot up maybe. And I've been doing well with this thing in about 3 feet of water, and all the seasons I've been fishing it always does really well for me. Live bait is so important at the start of the year, and I always like to go really small and slow. And on my active fishing rod, I go with a medium light St. Croix Icon. It's a super sensitive rod, that's why I like to go with it. And I fish with a fly, like a sunfish fly that you'd use in the winter. As you can see, this one's caught its share of fish, probably 75, and I've had it for, like 2 seasons now. And with a minnow on it, I'd say it sinks about a foot every 4 seconds. And that gives those slabs right now time to kind of zone in on it and work on it so they have time to, go for it, because the water's so cold they don't really want to swim after stuff fast. So now I want to talk about how I work these baits and where I have them sitting in the water column. So I'm standing on shore there, and I throw my fly out and I count to about 8 to 10 seconds usually. And then I do about 4 little 4-inch hops with it. And I hop it in. And then I count down 5 seconds so it sinks. Hop it in, those 4 small hops. And just keep doing the same thing all the way until I get about 8 to 15 feet offshore. I let my bait sink all the way down. And I do like 10 small 1 to 3-inch hops, and I'm just holding the bait still, and I slowly lift it up out of the water. I get bit a lot right on shore because I think they follow it in, and when I do those hops right in their face, they eat it. That's why it's so important to use such a small, light fly, because those crappies can really zone in on it, and they don't have to swim up and smack it. They can just slowly follow it and just slowly thump it. They don't have to put in a lot of work to eat it. So I think that's super important right now with the water being so freezing cold. And I think fishing for the crappies, you're always best about halfway down. That's just a perfect place to start, because they will come up from 6 feet and eat it at 3 feet, no doubt. But this is just a few things that I do right here, and I'll probably show you how I put my slip bobber down, and then I'll finish up this video. So if you're going to start fishing with any sunny jig or any slab jig, at least have something like this lead is the way to go right now anyway. It sinks very slowly. The fish have time to, swim up to and eat it. They don't have to follow it fast. You can hop it in slow and you don't have to worry about getting snagged. So you really should be fishing with the light lead head jig right now. That's really important because the water's probably not even in the 40s yet. So here you can see me throwing it out. This is last season, fishing up north. So just a slink or a sink and a popping it in is how I'm fishing. This is in like mid-April, so I'm not fishing as slow. And you can see in a second I get thumped and I hook him up. There he is. He kind of hit it and I didn't know he was there. So then here's a second example. I'm being just a bit more slow. You see him hang on it there, and there's my fish. I'm going to slowly reel him in, and thought I just want to throw that in for you so you guys could actually see how I'm hopping the lure in. I threw in a picture of a crappie just to have in there. I mean, why not? And then I threw in that fly. That fly is the way to go. Just wanted to show you that I'm not making it up. Got this pig on a fly too. Don't really know if you can see it, but... And then there's your slip bobber with the little hook and a minnow. They hit it all. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again.